In Christ we find unshakable hope. Our rock, our foundation, helping us to
Hello,
grow.
welcome to my channel Judge All Nation. In this video Christian Prince will make understanding and education about Islam to all Muslims. Also Christian Prince educates Muslims that in the Lord Jesus there is truth and no other. Now let's take a look and see what Christian Prince will tell you by arguing with Muslims. Enjoy watching this video and God bless you.
Yep.
Okay, can you read for me?
Then we made the Nufat into a clot. Then we made a clot into a little lump of flesh. We made out of that little lump of flesh bones. Then we clothed the bones with flesh. And then we brought it forth as another creation. So blessed be Allah, the best of creators.
How many mistakes we have in this miracle?
I don't know. I'm not a biologist. Couldn't tell you.
You don't, in your high school, you did not become a doctor in high school?
No.
So according to your God, the sperm became dead blood. Is that what science teach?
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I have a personal question for you. Have you ever masturbated?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to do this. You masturbate, leave it in the counter for like a day or two. And second day you come, you will find that your sperm became a blood. Is that true?
I mean, I feel like this has to have like a rebuttal to it, man.
What battle? What? Listen. And we will go live
DP.
in Indonesian. Hello?
Hello? Have you heard about Code 19?
About what?
Have you heard about Code 19? It proves the Quran. It's a mathematical miracle in the Quran.
Yeah, I heard of it. It's true story. Are you a Muslim?
I'm considering Muslim.
What?
I'm considering Islam.
You are considering Islam?
Yeah.
What does that mean, considering Islam?
Look, I'm not like fully Muslim yet, but I believe in the Quran.
So you are half Muslim now? You are half Muslim, half not Muslim?
Sort of. Like, I believe the Quran is like Allah's final words.
Oh, okay.
It's his final
Can you tell me about the miracle of number 19?
Well, you have to look into it for yourself. Look up Code 19.
I did, and I prove it to be. I prove it to be false. I prove it to be false, my friend. I prove it to be false in 2 seconds. Okay. The one, first of all, hold on. The first one.
You have to debunk the entire documentary.
Hold on. The one who come with the so-called miracle 19, his name is Rashad Khalifa, correct?
Correct. Yep.
All right. He have to take verses from the Quran, correct?
Yeah.
He just destroyed Islam then, because in order to fabricate numbers, miracles, I have to fabricate my own new Quran to fit with my fabrication. So now the Quran is not valid no more, because the Quran, hold on. So the Quran now, according to this guy, is not a true Quran. Number two, he said that chapter 1, verse number 1, have 19 letters, correct?
I'm pretty sure it's. You know what gematria is?
Hold on. Chapter 1. Focus with me. He said chapter 1, verse number 1, have 19 letters, correct?
I'm pretty sure he means that the value of the letters is divisible by 19.
No, he did not say value. He said has 19 letters. What value? No, what?
You might be right. I'm not like well
versed
on the topic, but
if we
all I came here to do was spread the knowledge.
If we check the numbers,
it's a 45-minute documentary. You'd have to debunk the entire thing.
If we check the numbers, why don't let me talk? If we check the numbers, we will find them at 24, not 19.
Yeah, different translation. You have to look at the Arabic.
I'm not looking at the translation. I'm an Arab. What translation?
Brother, you have to count the Arabic letters, not the English.
Yeah, I'm counting the Arabic letters. 24 letters, not 19. And I can show you an article written by Muslims describing this as a joke. Muslim themselves, they say it's full of lies. The numbers are wrong, not the Christian Prince only. Like if I go right now and search for this, and I will show you this is hold on. I will show you that this is an Islamic website. Allah,
Brother, it's a 45-minute documentary. You'd have to
my
debunk the
friend,
entire thing.
it took me 2 seconds to destroy it. 45 minutes. Is it about how long? I can make it 10 hours, so who care? Do you know how many hours Mickey Mouse? They make a cartoon of maybe 3,000 cartoon. Does that mean the cartoon is true? It's a cartoon. So,
Dude, I just feel like you're straw manning Code 19. Like it just feels like a straw man.
no, first of all, the verse about 19, Muhammad, he copied the Jews. He heard the Jews saying that there's 19s guarding the heaven or the hell. He put it in the Quran. Even the interpretation says so. He is copying the Jews. How that is a miracle? Same time, the rest is the same.
Well, Allah said if you he challenged us to make a verse like it, and what the Code 19 says.
No problem. What if I show you that an ant can make like it? An ant.
I wouldn't believe you.
You will not believe me?
No.
Okay. Because as I know that your God Allah was quoting the ant. Is that correct?
Hold on. Maybe, but
hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean maybe? What do you mean maybe?
Omega.
What do you mean maybe? If Allah Himself is stealing Quran from the ant she said, ant is making Quran. Can you make Quran like the ant Quran? Look, enter when he came to the valley of the ants. This is Allah talking. That's it. An ant said, okay. The rest is the ant talking. And then the rest, Sulaiman is talking. Where is the one making Quran? So Allah is not even the one making Quran. It is the ant said, Sulaiman said to the ant she said to Sulaiman. And then Sulaiman, he looked for the bird, al-hudhud. He is in charge of finding women who have no hair in their legs. So Allah, he quote what the hudhud says. Sulaiman, he said, Allah quoting Sulaiman. So who is the making Quran now? Is it really this is what Sulaiman said, or this is what Allah said? If you say to me that nobody can make like the Quran of Allah, but this is what Sulaiman is saying, that means Allah is Sulaiman, Allah is the ant, Allah is the hudhud, Allah is the bird, Allah is the chicken. They are the one is talking in the Quran. Where is the God? Where is the Quran author? When here it says, I will punish him most severely or slay him unless he gave me a valid excuse. Who's talking? Solomon. So who made the Quran? Solomon. Who is the one answering here? The bird. So who made this Quran? The bird. and the bird, he says, brother Sulaiman, alhamdulillah, we found a woman, she is a ruler, and she have a nice chair, okay, very magnificent chair, and I want to tell you about it so you can steal it. So when you say to me nobody can make Quran like this Quran, this is just a bunch of stupid stories. I mean, this is a kid. Is it true that this bird,
like I said,
is it true?
You have to.
What do you have to?
The chances of, if you watch the entire documentary, he says the chances of
My
it
friend,
happening by
the
accident.
documentary numbers, I just got the numbers busted. All of it is based on 19. All the number 19 is busted. And when they multiply or they divide, this is their choice to make it fit. But even that did not work. Even Ahmad did that. He put it in his book. He put it in his DVD. And then a guy, he asked him, why in the world you put this? He says, it have a flaws in it, flaws. But I thought this can help to convert people to Islam and help Muslims. So he knew it's a lie. Even Ahmad did that. He admit that it's a lie. And let me show you a miracle. Let me show you a miracle. What is your education?
My what?
Education.
Education, high school.
Okay, you are better than me. The only certificate I have that I am illiterate. So if we read together here, it says in chapter 23, verse number 14. You know how to read?
Not Arabic.
I'm not asking you to read Arabic. Do you know how to read English?
Yep.
Okay, can you read for me?
Then we made the nufat into a clot. Then we made a clot into a little lump of flesh. We made out of that little lump of flesh bones. Then we clothed the bones with flesh. And then we brought it forth as another creation. So blessed be Allah, the best of creators.
Uh-huh. How many mistakes we have in this miracle?
I don't know. I'm not a biologist. Couldn't tell you.
You don't, in your high school, you did not become a doctor in high school?
No.
So according to your God, the sperm became dead blood. Is that what science teach?
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I don't
I
know.
have a personal question for you. Have you ever masturbated?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to do this. You masturbate, leave it in the counter for like a day or two. And second day you come, you will find that your sperm became a blood. Is that true?
I mean, I feel like this has to have like a rebuttal to it, man.
What battle? What?
Like
What? Listen, listen. I have a
that
cousin. Hold
was
on.
have a
I have
rebuttal.
a cousin. He is very dirty. He masturbated and he left his sperm on the table. He went vacation for 9 months. He came back. He found a baby on the table. Brother, because the sperm become a dead blood, and then the blood grow very big, and then become a lump, and then the lump become a flesh of bones, and then Allah closed the bones with the flesh. Is that true? Like you are in the stage, you are a bone, and then God He closed you. You are just
Like I said,
bone.
Dawas have responses to all these arguments. Like
Ah,
it's
they
not really.
responded. Why bring them here? Why you don't bring them here? The one who respond to those arguments.
I'm not a Dawa. I'm not an expert in Islam. I'm just like an inquirer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like I said, for the Co-19 thing, you'd have to watch the entire documentary to
Oh, okay,
understand
okay.
it and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
debunk
You
it.
keep repeating the same stupid thing. I answered you. The whole numbers is wrong. The whole numbers is
No,
false.
it actually predicted when Rashad would actually find out the prophecy in, I believe, 1974, 1978, in the
Amazing.
actual chapter 74 of the Quran.
Amazing. True story, true
And
story.
no, it is. It literally is. And the chances of this happening by accident are 1 in 7 quadrillion. They calculated that in the
You
documentary.
really?
You'd have to debunk the entire documentary.
Okay. Well, I debunked the all.
Maybe you debunked one verse, but that doesn't
No,
count as the
because you
whole
see,
Quran.
I don't know how smart you are. If I debunk one verse, that means the whole numbers are wrong because they are
That's not
connected.
what that means.
If you take one of them off, the whole thing is collapsing because they are connected. Look, this is an Islamic website. It's called Hurras al-Aqidah. Hurras, the guardian of faith in Islam. And they are laughing at the so-called miracle.
I can't read Arabic. What are they saying?
I can give you the link. You can use Google Translation, no problem.
You said they're making fun of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Let me translate the whole page. Actually, hold on. Give me a second.
There is great confusion in this statement. For example, what was said about the number of letters in the Basmala, and that it is 19, and this is not the case. In the above statement the sum of the letters of in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful 3466.
So here, even is they are saying that even the first verse he mentioned is a lie, and then they mention the same as I explain always, and then they continue and the rest, and this is the highest Islamic authority in Egypt, said that this is absolutely false, and all of it is a fabrication and have no value. Right.
Here, I'm gonna post the link in the.
Al-Azhar rejected this idea completely. the Islamic Research Academy announced in its last session on Thursday, June 13, 1428 AH, corresponding to June 28, 2007, its absolute rejection of the issue of the Qur'anic code. Regarding the reason for rejecting this program, Dr. Abdelmoudi Bayoumi, a member of the Islamic Research Academy, said that the digital code program is not compatible with the Holy Quran, and because all of its provisions had been mentioned by suspicious trends before, such as the sanctification of the number 19, and the camel calculation on which the program depends, is of vanished heritage in Islam, and has no value.
Have no value. It's just a joke. So those things are good for the ignorant, and we are not the ignorant, my friend. It's you. Anything else you have for me about Islam beside the fictional miracle in the Quran?
Well, I just believe that it's the final revelation, because why else would your God Yahweh allow it to exist in the first place? If
Well,
it
my
wasn't
God, he allowed
and-
my God, he allowed donkeys like you to exist too. Does that mean that God, he liked donkeys? You know, God, he let everybody live.
well,
Snake, Satan is exist. My God, he allows Satan. So what does that have to do with this?
I have issues with the
Okay,
Trinity as
I
well.
will use your logic. I will use your logic.
In the hypostatic union.
Listen. I will use your logic. So if Allah allowed Islam to be God allowed Islam to exist, is the proof that Islam is true. Well, we the Christians are the majority of mankind. That means we must be the true. I'm using your logic. If God allowed us to be the majority of believers in the world, that means we must be the true belief then. I'm using your logic.
But like, no, I mean, you're God allowing that many people to be deceived, unless it is like a final revelation of truth.
First of all, my God, he said that the sun will rise above the bad and the good. So, because this is why we have Judgment Day. We have Judgment Day to judge those who deserve to go to hell, like you, and people who deserve to go to heaven.
I haven't done anything wrong.
You did. You just said Allah is God.
I'm just a truth seeker, and Allah is the same God. The Muslims believe in the same God that you do.
No, we don't. Our God is a spirit. Your God is not. Is your God is a spirit?
I believe so, and I have
No, you can go right now. You can go right now. Search in Google. Is Allah is a spirit? You will see the answer is no.
Okay, I'll do that, but
okay, do it.
I have issues with the Trinity. I have issues
do
with
it
the
right now.
Trinity.
Do it right now. No, I want you. I want you to do it right now and give me the answer. Is Allah is a spirit? Do it right now.
It said, the spirit or souls is not one of the attributes of Allah, whether it is the things that have been created by Allah.
See, you are believing in the wrong God then. You think that Allah is a spirit, but he's not. You don't know anything about Allah. So why you believe in Allah? A simple thing about your God you do not know. He is not a spirit. Okay, if Allah is not a spirit, so what he is?
Your God is not just a spirit. It's
no, my God is a spirit. No, my God is a spirit.
My God, it's a father.
My God is a spirit. My friend, my God is a spirit.
Yeah, but it's also a father and a son. It's 3 in 1.
It doesn't matter. Still, he's a spirit. Even when Jesus he was crucified. Even when Jesus was crucified, the Bible says he was alive by spirit. So my God is a spirit. When Jesus he said, "I will send you the Comforter." Who is the Comforter?
We say he was taken up.
So listen.
We say he was
taken up. Listen, we confirm that in my belief, God is a spirit, and your belief, God is not a spirit. So who is Allah?
The creator of the universe.
First, this is a lie, because as you see in your Quran, it says Allah is the best of the creators.
Yeah, that all that can mean is that, like, people can create too. Allah is better.
No, the creators. We are talking about creating babies. The verse talking about creating babies. So when I say he is the best of the creators, that means he is the best of those who create babies.
Do women not create babies as well?
No, women they cannot. Neither man. We can reproduce, but we are not the creators, for we are ourselves created. So God who created us, he gave us ability to reproduce, not to create. We don't create. We cannot create. And as you see here,
seems like a semantics
you Muslims are polytheists. You are pagan. You kiss a black stone. You believe that there's many creators. We don't
This
believe
just
in one
seems like
God.
a semantics issue. I mean, the multiple creators thing, that just seems like a semantics issue. You know what
What's
semantics
semantic?
means?
Hold on. Okay, according to the Quran, if there's many creators or only one creator.
There's only one creator, Allah.
So when Allah he says he is the best of the creators, is he lying?
No, because he is the best of everything that to create. Like an artist is a creator. Allah is better than them.
But isn't it you Muslims says we cannot compare God to a human?
Yeah, yeah, obviously, because God is better. Allah is the best of all creators. He's the best.
Okay, a rat he create a nest. Is Allah the best of the rats?
Allah is better than the rats. He's a better
No, no,
creator
no.
than
You
rat.
see, you just said better, correct? That means
Yeah.
the rat is good, Allah is better. He's a rat. Because in order to compare between this and that, they have to be from the same kind. I cannot compare between two, they have no connection. Can I compare between a rock and a bird? No, because the rock is a rock, the bird is a, but I can compare between two birds. I can't compare between a wolf and a dog because they are from the same family. So if Allah is the best of the creators, that means whoever is a creator, he is from the same family of Allah. All of them, they are creators, and Allah is the best between them. That means Allah is not unique. The only unique about him, he is the best according to him. Who said so? There's no proof. I can say now, I am the best of the creators. People will say to me, we created what? They will laugh at me. But I will insist, no, I am. I am the best of the creators. Why you are the best of the creator? Well, because I am the best of the creators. I insist. So there is no proof that Allah can create anything. And the top of that, when Allah he compare himself to other groups, he must be one of them. If I say I'm the best of the student, that means I'm a student. We cannot say this student is the best of the teachers, for he is a student. So we have to be from the same kind. We have to be from the same family, so we can compare between two.
Okay, but you say your God is a spirit. So how can you compare a spirit to everything else? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm not comparing the spirit to anything else. Did I? It's you. It's you who said that Allah is the best of the creators. Did we Christians say that Jesus is the best of the creators? We don't say that.
Okay, but how can
What
God be
the Bible says that everything created by him and for him. Everything by him, for him. There's no other creators. Here we have a problem. In the top of that, hold on. In the top of that, this God, he say, we made. Who is we?
We, maybe the angels in heaven, Elohim.
If this is the case, that means Allah is not the only creator.
He even in the Old Testament, you have Elohim.
No problem. You see, we Christian, we believe. See, in Christianity, there's not a problem because we believe in Trinity. So if God says us or say we, well, he, the God he says that he is more than one individual. He's one God, but like in English we use the word person. In Arabic we use the word aqnum or aqanim. So God in the Bible, he can say we. If your God say we, either it's a true we or it's a fake we. You said maybe the angels. That means the angels are Allah too. They are gods. Because when I say we, and I mean me and the angels, that means we are the same group. And we are the one who created things as according to you. So Allah is just one of the angels. He's not God. You are like Jehovah.
He could still be.
You are like Jehovah's Witnesses. Huh?
No, he could still be the supreme, like, he could be at the top of the hierarchy in heaven.
What higher, what lower, my friend? Either he is the creator or not. So we have a creators, And the Muslim, I will give you the better answer. The Muslim, they say that when Allah he say we, he meant that he's majestic, more respect. But look what happened. The God of Islam, he don't like to be called I. He like to be called we, for this is will give him more respect. So the God of Islam, he don't like himself to be one person. So he fabricate multi-person by words in order to feel better. So your God himself, he don't like himself to be one. So he decided to use fake we to give himself fake respect.
Like I said, this could just be a semantics issue again.
It could be, but this is not the case. Can you search right now in Google and tell me why Allah he used we? Go ahead, type it. Why Allah he
Why
used
Allah
we?
can't what?
Why Allah in the Quran used the word we? Search and tell me the answer.
To connote divine majesty.
See? So Allah,
Hold on,
in order to make himself,
I gotta go.
okay, you go.
I gotta go.
No problem, no
All right,
problem.
take care.
You got to go. The bathroom is here. So guys, you got to go. So Allah, to be a divine majesty, he called himself we. But this is what the King Abdullah and the King Hussein in Jordan say we. What the heck is that? That means they are divine too. And Allah, he cannot be respected unless he call himself we. So Allah is not satisfied with being one. So he tried to elevate himself by using fake language. Do we have any Muhammadan? Too bad he have to go. Almost I converted to Islam. Okay, we have Cairo. He's coming to join us. He's a Muslim. Okay, come on, Cairo. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good evening.
Okay. I wanna ask you one question.
Make them two. Why you are being cheap?
That's possible, not problem.
Okay, that's very good. So give me the first question.
I wanna bet with you if you accept.
You want to debate with me if I accept? I reject from the beginning.
I want to bet.
Don't you know that betting is haram?
Is it important for you?
Do you want to bet that betting is haram?
No, it is important for you?
Important for me what? To bet?
No, haram is important for you?
It's important for you, not for me.
And so I decided why you ask me.
All right, okay. So go ahead. As long you don't care for haram or not haram. All right, go ahead.
No, I asked you. I want to bet with you and you accept it or not. I don't know.
My friend, I accept without even the conditions. Just go ahead. Don't make a drama.
Okay. But I said the bet. You know the bet?
Yeah, the bet is if you lose, you open your camera and you make the monkey dance. If I lose, I will do the monkey dance. What do you think?
I offer you if you accept, okay. If you lost the bet, okay, you give your YouTube channel, okay? Is
All
it
right.
okay for you?
Okay. You have it already. I gave it to you. Go ahead.
No, I ask you. I don't know.
Oh, are we going to make? Okay, I will give you my. But what you will give me in return if I give you my YouTube? If you lose, what you will give me? Your wife?
If I lose, if I lose, I can give you money.
What I would do with your name?
No, Christian, please. You speak every day
I
about
take you.
Islam, right?
Okay, listen. If you lose, I take your wife.
I don't have a wife.
Okay, well, what do you have? What you can offer?
I have Christian friends. If you want, you can take them.
What do you have? I'm asking you. What do you have? So because You are asking me if you bet I will lose my channel. But what you have to give in return?
Christian Prince, you speak every day about Islam on YouTube channel, right?
Right.
And so if you lost and you trust yourself, and so if you lost, you can finish your career, I think.
Okay,
right?
you can finish my career, no problem. But in return, what will happen to you?
If I lose, I said you. If you accept, we can decide for the money. I can offer
What
you
money?
money.
What money? I don't accept money.
And what you want? Another something? I don't have another something.
Okay, at the end of the debate, you have to say that you are a stupid donkey who do not know your religion. Do you agree?
How, words, it's not problem for me.
Okay, so do you promise me that if you could not make it, you will say that you are a stupid donkey and Muhammad is a donkey too?
Look, if I lost, I will tell you I am stupid because I lost bet.
No, I want you to say Muhammad is donkey too.
I am not Muhammad. I am
I know you are
Khalil.
not Muhammad, but okay, I mean, come on. I will lose a big channel just for your sake, man. At least give me something important. So if you could not answer, that means Muhammad could not answer. Because you get your answer from Muhammad. So if your Muhammad could not help you, then at the end of the debate, or what I'm asking you for, you admit that you are a donkey and your prophet is donkey too. That's all. Do you agree?
But Christian Prince, I will bet with you. And so if I lost, I am stupid than you. But if you lost,
my friend, I do not need to bet on that. Already you are stupid. You wasted 10 minutes of my time to tell me I want to bet. Go to the topic, man. Already you are stupid. Go ahead.
Okay, topic is Islam and Christianity. We don't need.
Oh, no problem. Okay, go ahead. Just go to the topic. You keep talking about bet and bet.
Okay.
If you keep talking about bet, the Shem bet will hear about you and they will send you a pager and then you will die. So don't talk about bet. The Shem bet is listening. So now go ahead with the topic.
Topic, it's your topic. You speak every day about Islam and Christianity.
Are you Indonesian?
No.
Where are you from?
You speak every day. You speak every day about Islam and Christianity.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, it is the topic. I don't need to say this. You speak every day
okay,
about
hold
Islam
on.
and
In the front of everybody, can you give me any proof that Allah is a true God? Go ahead.
Why you ask me this? I said Islam and Christianity, right?
No problem, my friend. I asked you to give me the question. You refuse. So I have to start. We cannot keep talking about you bet, I bet. So now, can you give me any proof that Allah is God? Go ahead.
Why you select the topic? Topic is Islam and Christianity.
Okay, let us make a challenge. Can you prove to me that the God of Islam is a true God and the God of the Christians is not? Go ahead.
Christian Prince, Christians, why you don't accept? Why you don't accept when I ask you question? Why you
What
don't?
is the question? You did not give me. Okay, go. Give me the question.
Man, we speak about Islam and Christianity or not?
Okay, Islam and Christianity. Go ahead.
Okay. Then you want to speak about it, but I don't want to speak about it. I want to speak about another something.
You just said you want to talk about Islam and Christianity, and now you said you don't want to talk about it. Why?
Islam and Christianity. I want to speak.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
But Christian Prince, now I want to, for example, 1 week later, you can share on YouTube. 1 week later, we can speak it. We can speak this topic, Islam and Christianity, and you can call your Christian friends. Also, you can call David Wood, Apostate Prophet, and God Logic, your other friends, and
those are my students. I don't call them. Those are my students. Now go to the topic. Go ahead.
Why you don't call them?
I don't talk to them. I don't even talk to them. Who said to you I talk to anybody? Go ahead. What's the topic, man? Go ahead.
I want to bet together. It should be all together. It's better.
You want to bet that you are stupid? You don't know what you say?
I want to bet together. Christian Prince, God Logic, David
Just
Wood.
get out of here. You and the kids. Don't waste my time. You want to bet? I bet. And all the names you mentioned, they don't count for me. Everybody is learning from me. You are speaking to the boss, Potato. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to come to the mic? Is it Turkish? Aman Rabbi Aman. Aman Rabbi Aman. Don't get married, okay? Your wife, she will say to you, honey, come to the bed. We have to make a baby. You want a bed? No, you have to invite all the friends. We cannot make baby. Honey, we have to, you know. No. Invite. The topic is babies, you know, versus babies. Okay, but you know what? We cannot invite babies. We have to make babies. We don't invite them. Honey Abdul? Who is a Muslim would like to join us?
Christian Prince.
Go ahead.
I have a question regarding the Christians of Arabia. Did they used to use the name Allah before Islam?
I believe that the Christians in the Arabian Peninsula, they have no Bible written in their language, and this is why we see in the Quran it says that Waraqa ibn Nawfal, he was translating the Aramaic. One hadith says Aramaic, other hadith says Hebrew, into Arabic, which means at that time there's no Bible in Arabic. So nobody knows really for sure what the Arab in the Arabian Peninsula used to use as Arab Christians. However, there's no reason for them to use a name of a pagan god to be their god. And there is many reasons to believe in that, because Allah is a pagan god. So why an Arab Christian exist in the time of Muhammad will use the word Allah?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to know.
So we notice that the word Allah is used only wherever Islam exists. Only where Islam exists, the word Allah is used. So
they most likely would have used Ilaha or Ilaha.
No, that is different word. Ilaha, this is not correct word. It is Il. It's just a word meaning God. This is not a name. Il.
No, Aramaic, Ilaha.
No, it's just, that is a sound, a musical sound. It's not part of the word. Il or Al. Like Daniel, Prophet Daniel, end with the word A-L or letter A-L, which means God. All right? So Ishmael, the old Hebrew, is not Ishmael, is Ishmael. So this is not a name. This is just a word meaning God. The Muslims, they have a name. It's a name. So when we say Elohim, Elohim is not a name. It's not. It's just Il, and make it plural word. It's Il. All right? Like when the Messiah, he will live with us and he will be called Emmanuel. Il is the word God. God is with us. So this is not a name. This is just a generic word meaning God. However, Allah is used as a name for the Muslim. It's not a word meaning God. It is a name. Correct?
Yes.
So what the Christians they have Il or Al as a word meaning God. What the Muslim have is Allah, which means God La. So the name of the God of Islam, the word Al is already exist in it, which means God. This is Aramaic word Al.
So God is La.
The name of the God is La. Allah.
Yeah. I see.
And if you search right now, you go search in Google, search for God La, you will find that La is the moon god. However, the God of Islam have many names. As example, Yasin. Yasin. All of those is coming from the Aramaic. So if we go to chapter 36,
And Waraka ibn Nawfal, was he a heretic? He was not. Was he a true Christian or a heretic?
we do not know much about him, but obviously he is no Christian in any mean. Chapter 36, verse number 1, it says, Ya sin. You see it?
Yasin
Yeah,
والقرآن الحكيم.
Ya is a word mean God. Ya is a word mean God. Sin is the name of the moon god.
How do you know that?
This is a historic. This is not something secret.
You research these things?
You can go right now, check, type in Google, sin, God sin. Just type it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Same time, even the Muslims in their interpretation agree. They are confused about the word meaning. They don't know, which is again proven to be stolen from other languages. Here, you will see that the Muslim they say here that this is coming from the Syriac language. Do you see it?
There you go. Yeah, Syriac.
All right. But then if you go here to different interpretation, and I agree with it, it is Syriac.
Or Aramaic.
Here it says, Yasin, God knows best what he meant by these letters. Why? Because this is a word it's formed for them. They don't know what it's mean. So they think even it's letters, but it's not. Even in the Quran written as a one word, not as letters.
What does Ya mean?
Ya is a word mean God. God.
Oh, I thought it's like Yasin, like Ya Muallim or something like. Oh,
No. Like you see, all those are coming from other languages, either Hebrew or Aramaic or Egyptian. All right.
Egyptian.
Exactly. So the meaning of it is a word God. So when you say Ya seen, you say God seen or God sin.
I see. Okay, CP, I see you have a Muslim here, so I'm gonna let you fire up your barbecue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
ACP here. Sorry, I'm back. So I told you I'm Hindu, right?
He is not a Muslim. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been, listening to the conversations. So many things that I've been recently brushing up myself, and also what I wanted to talk. Some of these you already touched. So just to the previous conversation, I've been paying attention to a lot of these supposedly Muslim moderate academics, not apologists, academics who are doing research in universities and Harvard and different universities in Europe and so on. So this is what I heard one of the professor in one of the channels say. So Allah, we know this goddess Allah, right? They have out of the three goddesses in what is this Arabia.
You are speaking so fast.
So what he said is,
your accent is hard for me to understand. Speaking so fast, so I'm not able to
okay,
follow.
let me repeat slowly. Sorry. So what I'm saying is, I've been listening to some of the academics, like Muslim academics, for example, professors in Harvard that have Islamic studies, and also some other universities in Europe and so on. And in one of the conversations yesterday, this is what this is on a Muslim channel, supposedly a moderate Muslim channel, primarily focused on academia, not really on apologetics. So if they take the example of Allah, so this guy is somebody who is a linguist and also somebody who looks at inscriptions and so on. So they were trying to find pre-Arabia history and so on. So they looked at Allah and mentioned in some of the previous texts in in Arabia, and then they found out, okay, if it is Allah, is she only by herself? They found out she has a father, so on. So what he said is Allah is just means it's a goddess, just like Allah is a god, but it was derived from a previous god that they have, the pantheon of gods. So they themselves are confirming that this is a previous god. This is more like a, top level of the god Allah, and he has these children and this, all these different things. So that's one thing I briefly wanted to touch upon. Just came to my mind when I heard the previous caller. And that also brings to my point. So I see that there are a lot of research going on in this Islamic history and so on, and slowly you can see that seeping into the mainstream, and they're trying to, as you said, before, right, the Emirati guys. So they're trying to put this moderate version, trying to do all these things. But I think again, like you said, if once we wait until that happens, I think it will be hard for to get this message out to right now most of the Muslims are still ignorant, so you can easily break them by giving some knowledge. So but if you moderate them, then it will become harder and harder. So I think there is a need for urgency to get this message out. And you were mentioning about some channels, right? So as you know, Indonesia is currently the biggest one, but the second biggest or soon to be biggest is between Pakistan and India. So they both are like use the same language. Most of the Muslims there, it's called Urdu. So there is already some people there who's working in that. So I don't know if you know Adam Seeker. He's currently a Christian. He used to be Muslim. Are you familiar with that name?
Sure.
So yeah, he's doing that. But I think again, I think if he can do this your language translation and so on, I think that would be helpful to that Urdu language.
Yeah, usually we don't we don't focus on those things because those need academic studies of languages, which most of people they don't have. And going back to history, even history cannot provide us much about the origin of them.
No. They are doing a lot of excavations, and so far he said that they found
No.
about 600 inscriptions.
I believe whatever they find. You see, all of history is relative to a find, not necessarily to what it is. As an example, if I find that, let us say, 2,000 years from now, I decide to dig in the history of now, and then I found an article about Allah written by somebody, his name is Fifi, in the internet, and he is a Muslim. So I can take what Fifi said to be granted for information, or I can say, well, this is just a find. So if we find something before, doesn't mean this is what it is, because people believe in something mostly without even understanding where it's coming from. To make it simple for you, like there's stories about the first one who brought idols to the Kaaba.
Yeah.
So the Christians, they kicked out those who make idols from around Jerusalem. They kicked them out. Those people, they made a bazaar out in the border of the Arabian Peninsula. An Arab man, he saw them, he took the first idol and he brought it to the Kaaba. But he himself did not know much about this idol. He did not know why it's called this way. He did not know why it's worship. Or what he knew, he liked it. So now the Arab who took their God from this guy are ignorant, the same as the same guy. Why? Because he himself did not know why he brought the idol and why the idol become a god for him. He just saw it. He saw people worshiping it. He carried it. He bought it. He brought it to Mecca. And this is just to tell you that people, they can worship God without knowing what this God is about. So can we take what they are saying as a source of the origin of it? No, because they themselves, they are just copying someone else. So in order to trace this God, you have to go to the one who is the origin of it. And it's very hard to know, because as I said, even the one you think he is the origin, it might be he is just copying someone else. So going back in history is very hard, because it's based on find, and find can be limited and can be deceiving. As an example, the temple of Al-Makkah in Yemen. Let me put it on the screen.
Yeah, I'm
This
familiar.
this
There are a lot
temple.
of Makkahs in Arabia, and they they destroyed a lot of of those.
I don't understand you. You're like speaking inside your chest. Can you speak louder? So what you
No,
say?
I'm saying I'm familiar that there used to be a lot of Kaabas everywhere in Arabia, and they destroyed all of them.
This is not
Most of
this
them
is not
were
my
in
point.
Yemen.
The scientists,
Yeah.
the one you call them scientists, they were
Mm.
saying for centuries, if we can say, that the temple of Al-Makkah is the temple of the sun god.
Mm-hmm.
So all this time they were teaching in university, there's books, there is scholars, there is etc. They confirm that this is the moon god temple. Sorry, the sun god. Then, not long ago, they discovered that this is false because they were able to open the coding of this temple or the language, and they confirmed that this is the moon god temple. So what it was a fact, scientific fact 4 years ago, it turned to be false. You know what I mean? So
Right. I mean, those
based
things
on a
happen in
find,
science when they have new
based on
evidence.
their
When they
find,
have new evidence, they change. Yeah.
based on the previous find, they thought this is the sun god temple. But then there's a new find, they feed the old find. It changed it. That's why I say history is very, seeking those information. There's nothing to
Yeah.
confirm, The only thing we can confirm is languages,
Yeah.
But the rest is hard to go back to the root. Who is the first one who come with this religion? Nobody knows. Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
So
Yeah.
one more point is, you guys in the first call you talked about these things, and which is this prophet has ellipticity or whatnot, right? So my name, as you see, my handle is Abdullah Gondal. He's actually a neuroscientist. He's actually a jihadi. He used to be a jihadi in Pakistan. He came to Canada to study as neuroscience, and then he left the religion. And since then, he's been doing this research. He has a whole thing out as to prove that with all proofs he's challenging all the academics, and he reached out to a lot of people in his field from Islam, Muslims, right? That he has epilepsy, and that's why he has all these things, and there is no way to refute it. The evidence is overwhelming. So that's one thing, that's one of the reasons why I'm actually
Again, my
a big
friend,
fan of him.
you can bring me 10,000 studies. I believe at the end of the day, all of them they might be false, and they might be true, because it's very, very difficult to confirm those studies. Science
Yeah.
of history is very flexible, and usually even science history written by agenda, which means I'm writing a book against Islam, so in my agenda is to expose Islam. So I focus on finding what will make Islam pagan. A Muslim, because he's a Muslim, he will focus in his study. Both of us are doing study, but in his study, he will focus to find that Christianity is origin of it is pagan. So all is relative, but the truth mostly is lost. Mostly is lost. However,
Yeah.
we can confirm that the Kaaba have stones taken from the temple of Al-Makkah.
Okay.
We can confirm that Muhammad, he kissed the black stone and he believed it erased sin. We can confirm that he said touching the black stones or the stones from the temple of Al-Makkah erase your sin. So we can confirm the relationship between this and that. That is confirmed. It's a practice until now the Muslim they do, until now they believe. The rest, so-called history, is very flexible, and nobody can really confirm it.
Yeah. So one more thing, you talked about epilepsy, and also you talk about this Muhammad birth, like that's also one thing Abdullah Gondal came to learn from him, like this 4 years between his father and so on. There are different versions, whether it is 1 year or 4 year and so on. But one more thing he mentioned, is this, right?
My friend, you are telling me about this guy, what he mentioned. Who care who is he? I believe that a person who don't speak even the language of the Arab is the last one to find what the Arab believe. Do he speak Arabic?
He learned, yes. Yeah.
Is he fluent?
I mean, I'm not fluent myself,
Okay.
so I
In
just
order for me, just to make it simple for you, in order for me to be a scholar in history, and that goes for everybody, I have to know the language of those areas, including Aramaic, Hebrew, and Arabic, at least. Not to mention to go back to the Akkadi language, Chaldean language, the ancient Aramaic. So history is very much connected to know many languages. Not a guy who go and he search from libraries and then he put just things together and suddenly he became historian. So I say to you that all the history is written about history is not historic.
it's
It's
not
not.
only history. He's actually taking from hadiths and all these
I
things
know,
also from Muslim
but
sources.
my friend,
And
all of those, for me, I believe all our conversation now is a waste of time because we did not hit the head of the snake. We are just talking about fictions. It can be true, it can be false. We need to focus on
one,
what is true. What is it true that Muhammad kisses stones? What is it
yeah,
true that Muslims go around stones? They pray in front of stones. What is true that the Muslim believe stones touching them erase their sin? The rest is not important. I'm not a historian, and this is not the way to defeat Islam. Because how many of the Muslims, who there are more than 1 billion, they will even read your book about the history of Islam? Nobody will read it. It's not going to be allowed even to be published there. So there is some studies can be called academic, and this is a study can be, let us say, good for a certain group of people. They are minority, very small minority. People who they are specialists, they have a very high education in languages. Those they can make those studies. However, even those studies can be manipulated. They can be false, and they can be done falsely in purpose of making money. As an example, when a guy he made a book, it's called the top 100 influencer in the world. He put Muhammad in the top. His book became #1 book for sale in the world. But is it true? It's false. So we can take this guy as a historian. We can say he's a historian, studying history, studying social movement, studying social react and impact. And he have degrees, he have a professor, he is an author, etc. So all of those are just a joke. They don't count for me. What make Muhammad a prophet is not there. Is not history.
so what?
Is not
Yeah,
history would defeat Muhammad. Is
yeah.
not.
One thing I don't know if you already talked before, but I haven't heard, is there is this sexual abuse that Muhammad had as a child. In other words, his uncle, what's his name, Ali's father, right, Abu Talib, right? So there are some what do you call this? Uh, some hadiths that that clearly mentions this, Sahih hadith that mentions this, saying that he,
Yeah,
clearly
those
he asked him
this is
to
why I
come to
say
bed without clothes. Yeah,
those things, things Muslim cannot deny is
yeah,
useful. Things which is can be totally rejected. Like somebody will write a book says Jesus never exists, and he's a historian.
yeah,
Okay, we laugh, right? But
yeah,
somebody like Robert Spencer, he said he made a book that Muhammad never exists. Muslim they laugh,
yeah,
regardless if it's true or not. So if you
yeah,
want the Muslim to listen to you, you don't want to talk to yourself, then give them something they believe and
yeah,
defeat them in their belief, not in your fictions or your theory.
yeah.
All
Did you
right?
touch on this topic, like this sexual abuse by Abu Talib to Muhammad
Even
before?
this one does not make Muhammad a bad person, because if somebody abuse a child sexually, how that will make Muhammad a bad person?
So the thing is, he's trying to make a profile where it says he is abused as a child because he's an orphan.
My friend,
Then he
you
has
see,
this epilepsy.
all of this is agenda and propaganda, because a child who is being abused sexually, he is a victim. And then we
Right,
try
right.
to
But
build,
let me finish. Yeah, let me finish.
no, we try to build a theory just because we don't like Muhammad. We want to make Muhammad look ugly. There's no need for that, regardless if the story is true or not. At the end of the day, if he is a child and he was abused, that will make him a victim, does not make him a bad person. But we have very important thing, Muhammad, that he himself is a child abuser. So who cared about
Yeah,
Muhammad being abused when he was a kid? How that will make him bad?
Yeah, the thing is, you take that and then you put this epilepsy, which is he has this mental condition.
Even the
So that's why
epilepsy
he's
does
having
not
all
make
this.
Muhammad bad, my friend. When we mention Muhammad have epilepsy, we are not saying Muhammad is being bad. Because if a person have epilepsy does not make him bad. It's a disease, can happen to you, can happen to me. What does have to do with
Right,
being
but
bad?
this,
Or no,
but that makes him
you are
hallucinate.
taking things from the wrong corners. When we speak about the epilepsy of Muhammad, we are describing what he suffered from, his mental illness. All right, what he
Right.
is struggling from, not he is bad or he is good.
Oh,
And
no,
the,
no, no. Because of that, he has hallucinations, and that what he thought is, all
yeah,
this
that's a good
hearing
point.
from
That's a
God and
good
all
point.
that.
But the rest of the point you are mentioning, this guy is saying, for me, does not make Muhammad good or bad. In fact, you feel bad for him. Then, if he was sexually abused when he was a kid, then I have to stand and defend Muhammad, for he was a victim of sexual abuse. So,
Yeah, the point he's driving here is this, because all of the Quran, what talking about God, him talking about God and all that, he's saying that this is all hallucinations because of these things, all these his
my
experiences
friend,
in the
my
past.
friend, even this is more funny. So, is Muhammad now hallucinating or he is a false prophet?
I mean, both. I mean, if he's hallucinating, he's not a
Okay,
prophet.
so if he is a person who he think he see things, that means Muhammad is not lying. This is what he imagined. He's not a liar. He is just saying what he see. If Muhammad is a false prophet, is different story, because false prophet is a person who he knew is false. So I'm asking you, do Muhammad he was lying or he was just hallucinating? You said both, right?
I mean, yeah, it could be both too. So he's hallucinating,
Yeah.
and then once he
But
hallucinate, to
why
build
we want to
on
waste
that,
our time and our conversation now? All of it is a waste. If all what we need is to prove that the Quran is false, who care if Muhammad was hallucinating or not? Who care if Muhammad was sexually abused or not? Who care, who care, who care? What we care for, the Quran in front of us is a joke. So let us laugh at the Quran. So all those studies are just a joke. They don't help anyone. Because Muslim, they can refute them too. They can come to you and say, this is not true. Or this hadith is false. This story is fabricated. This thing is not to exist. But we have the Quran. The Muslim agree upon it. So if you want to fight Islam, don't go and do what you are saying now, for nobody will listen to you. You need, if you want somebody to leave his religion, you need to debate him in what he believe, not what you believe. What you are talking about is what you believe, not what he believe. There is no Muslim believe that Muhammad have epilepsy. There is no Muslim believe that Muhammad been sexually abused. There is no Muslim believe that Muhammad was hallucinating. So you are not debating them now. You are debating yourself. You are just making an argument, and you convince yourself with the argument, and you won the argument. This is what the Muslims do. So you want to win the argument. You bring to them the most they believe, the most they trust, and then you debunk it, and then you are the winner. All right?
okay. So one last thing before, so they, you talked about Muhammad conquering for no reason and all those things, right? Even if people refute that, how do they explain them conquering Egypt and all these places? They never pay, like they never did anything to Arabia or whatnot, right?
All right. Okay,
So
my friend.
that
All right. Thank you. We have
okay,
somebody
thank you.
else waiting.
So
Thank you for
yeah,
joining
that's
us.
all. Thank you.
All right. Truth. Go ahead.
Hello, brother. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, thank you. I just have a quick question about this hadith. Let me send it in the chat.
All right.
Okay. Here's the one.
Mishkat al-Misbah. Okay.
Yeah, and it says here that Aisha, she said that Muhammad said to Aisha that babies can go to hell in Islam. This is what it says in this hadith.
Yeah. And what is your question?
Is this a contradiction? Because from what I was aware, that children could not go to hell in Islam, right?
Where you know that?
From I think Ibn Kathir, he said that they can't go to hell in Islam.
Well, Ibn Kathir, first of all, you see, Ibn Kathir is just a Muslim cleric trying to defend Islam. He's like a YouTuber in his time. He's an idiot. However, Muhammad, he confirmed, because Muslims believe in destiny, correct?
Yes. Yep.
And as long as they believe in destiny, then destiny means that before you are born, the God, he decide where you will go, correct?
Yeah, and then they tell you, oh, there's some Muslims that will try to lie and they'll say, oh, there's still free will in Islam, even though there's predestination. Of course, they're lying, but
No, there is
it's
no
said
free will.
legally.
There is no Muslim will say there's a free will. This is a lie, because the Quran and the Hadith is so clear. So I advise you not to use the word contradiction when you speak about Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir is nobody. Is like a YouTuber in his time trying to refute the Christians in the time, in his time, in Syria. He have a lot of poo-poo, and the Muslims, they make a big mistake actually when they say, let us say what Ibn Kathir is saying. But the second we show them what Ibn Kathir says, they start regretting, and they say, as I told you, well, he is just a human, he make mistakes, So don't go by that, go what Muhammad said. The important here, that according to Islam, is not what you do will make you go to heaven or to hell, is Allah's decision for you before he created you. Which means all the idea of being a believer or disbeliever is stupid, because simply if you are a believer, you did not believe, it's Allah's decision for you to be a believer or to go to heaven, or to be a disbeliever and you go to hell. So Islam is invalid because the idea of me believing to be saved does not exist. And that will be a contradiction for what the Quran is saying, because the Quran says those who believe, okay, they will go to heaven, they will have guardians. But then we find that those who believe, they did not believe. In fact, they've been forced to believe before they are created. So in chapter 2, verse number 25 says, give a glad tidings to those who believe and do righteousness and good deeds. Okay, why? Because they will go to heaven. Okay, wonderful. So based on this verse, if you believe and you do righteousness and you do good deed, you are going to have a garden. Wonderful. But based on what the Quran is saying in different verses and the Hadith, all of this is written for you before he was created. So what the point? Which means you did not do good deeds. It was Allah decide for you to do what to do, and you do it. You did not do righteousness. It was Allah's decision, or even doing bad. So bad or good is a decision made by Allah. And that is a contradiction for the Quran in many places. So how I will go if I do good deed to heaven? But then you say to me, it is Allah decide what deed I will do before I was created. So if we go in the Hadith here, we will find that when you are a semen, not even a baby yet, Allah, he sent an angel inside the mother belly or her womb, depend in the Hadith what it says. And then this angel, he asked Allah to write down his deed. He will be bad or good. All those Hadith are saying the same, all of them. So and then this person, he will do as Allah decide for him to do. So what is the free will? And what do you mean if you believe? So simply there is no belief in Islam. This is why the idea of believing or disbelieving in Islam is a stupid idea, for belief does not exist. If we read here the Hadith that Muhammad, he says that when you are created as a human, gathered in the form of semen in the womb of your mother for 40 days, which is a big fat lie, because semen cannot even live more than 5 days maximum. Then it become a clinging thing. In fact, it says alaqa, which means dead blood, for a similar period, and then become a lump and the flesh like that for a similar period. And then Allah, he sent the angels who breathe life into it. So until now you have no life on you. Allah is not even the one who created you. It's the angel. For the angel is the one who breathed life to you. And then the angel is commanded to record 4 things: his provision, the term of life in the world, his conduct, and whether he will be happy or miserable. So what is left? Right?
Yeah, so this is the one you're talking about, Riyad as-Salihin 396.
This hadith is written in many places.
Yeah, many narrations. Yeah, there's many
Yeah.
narrations of this.
But here, this is destroy the idea of believing to be saved in Islam, because it doesn't matter who you are, Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu. Allah wrote for you in your mother womb what you will be.
So what's the point of the religion if you can't
Nothing, because it's a predestiny. There's nothing. It's a
So
predestiny.
Allah, he created you to go to hell,
Yeah,
basically.
and not only that. Look, Muhammad here, he said, and even he swear, he says, by the one beside whom there is no God, verily one of you would perform action of doer of Jannah, which mean heaven, until there is only one cubit between him and Jannah, and then what is foreordained would come to pass. You see it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm reading
And
it.
then what will happen? Then he performed the action of people on made of hell, and he enter hell. So what the point? There's no point.
So Allah, he created people to go to hell or to go to heaven. No one has any choice.
Exactly. Other hadith about Adam, I don't know if you know it, that Allah, he hit the shoulder of Adam, his right shoulder, and the white people came from there, and he said, you go to heaven and I don't care. And he hit the left shoulder of Adam, and the black people come from there, and he said, you go to hell and I don't care. Yeah. So it's all about destiny, and this is why you believe or you don't believe in Islam is a stupid idea, because belief is not important. It's what Allah foreordained for you. The one he was thinking he will go to heaven, he might go to hell, as you see. And the other side, he says, continuing, the one who performed the action of people of hell, until there's one cubit between him and hell, almost there, then he would perform the act of doer of Jannah, and he entered. Why he performed that? Because what Allah foreordained for him. So at the end of the day, it's what Allah foreordained. It's not what you do.
What do you think? I think like Allah is lonely, like he needs some friends. That's why he created people.
There's a guy long time ago, you remind me of him. He used to call himself the sword of Allah. I don't know if anyone remember him. He called me, and he debated me a few times, and then he called me back. He left Islam. He says exactly what you are saying. He said, like, my God, this God Allah looked like he was lonely and looking for a game to play. You can search the video and you can watch it. Yeah,
Allah is bored.
Yeah, he's bored. Yeah, exactly. He's playing games, like this is why the baby, he might go to hell. In the Bible is the opposite. Jesus said, if you don't become like the little ones, you will not enter the kingdom of my Father. So the little ones is granted to go to heaven.
In Islam, even baby can go.
Yeah, because destiny, it's destiny. It doesn't matter, And here, by the way, when Muhammad, he says, Allah, he write for you your deed. This is stupid, because what deed a baby would do?
Yeah, I mean, he can die in 10 days.
Yeah, if I am a baby, if I die a year after my birth, what exactly my deed, the bad deed and the good deed? Like I used to do poo-poo in the diaper, that is the bad deed. Even this one is fertilizer.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Islam is just a stupid cult, It's endless stupidity, and the Muslim, they try to fix it. Wherever they go, it cannot be fixed.
It is a joke. It's a joke. Complete joke.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. Do we have any Muslim?
Strength to face each trial, he's the cornerstone of our faith. Never in denial, his grace sustains us through the darkest night. In his presence we find our true delight. With forgiveness and love sets us free. Erasing all our sins, bring peace eternally. In Christ we find unshakable hope, our rock, our foundation, helping us to cope. So let us lift our voices high in praise and worship. Let our spirits fly, for in Christ we find the truest joy.